Welcome back to the Get Busy podcast. That's your boy B. Jones.
That's your boy Izzy over there.
We in this thing.
It's good, bro.
Man, so strong week, you know what I'm saying? A lot going on.
We talk about some deep stuff before we start recording.
Yeah.
And then as we're talking, we gotta decide are we gonna divulge that?
Right.
Or maybe wait.
Maybe wait. I think not for long though. The next one should be coming soon.
Okay.
Yeah, for
I'm down
sure.
for that.
Yeah, coming soon.
Okay.
Yeah. What's going on with you though?
Man, it's been a good week. We had my last podcast, did my desktop joint. I was talking about Joel and talking about parenting and parenting myself.
Okay.
At the same time, to put it in a certain kind of way, but it was good, man. Like just being able to, it's been rewarding. Like him playing soccer has kind of opened me up to this new world of a sport I thought I would never like.
Okay.
Or was never really interested in. And then we just got through watching the FIFA World Cup.
Watch the finale.
The finale that ended about an hour or so ago.
Yep. Who were you pulling for?
I was pulling against Argentina.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? It's not Argentina's fault.
It's not the player's fault.
It's not the players. It's two. All right, so I'll just be transparent. So it was two things. So I ran across this video like about a week or so ago. This dude who I think he either lived in Argentina for a while, and he was talking about how like racist Argentina was. I don't know anything about Argentina. I've never been there. If I go there, I might have a different experience. Yeah. So anyway, he had showed on this video, he showed this restaurant there that had what was called, I don't know if I can say it, the N-word burger. They had an N-word burger at this restaurant. It's like a popular spot. The bread was like black color. I don't know how they did it. Okay. Some type of bread. I don't know if they used like a food dye or just like a different type of grain that grows in that part of the region. But it's like a burger, but the bun was like black. It looked very interesting. Yeah. But they call it the N-word burger. And then the guy was talking about how racist, they like Argentina like try to kick out like a lot of the black people that were there. I don't know anything about that. What's going on there? It's my first time hearing about it. Okay. So it was a combination of that. Yeah. And then we were watching. Okay. So then also my son, he's not a Messi fan, only because he's a Ronaldo fan. So it's like right. Jordan or LeBron or LeBron and Kobe. You can't like both. You know what I'm saying? You got to pick one or the other. It's like whatever. So my wife, this is like a couple of months ago. She was, she goes to Goodwill and she does thrifting. Okay. And she had like found this really nice Messi jersey. Yeah, it was a dope jersey. It was like black and pink. I saw it. I was like, ooh, that's hard. And so,
was it for Miami?
Yeah, the Miami joint. Or it was like gray and pink, black, gray and pink. But it was dope little jersey. And so she got it. She seen it, and she got it for Joel. And she was like, "Hey, you like this?" Because she's either gonna sell it online or she might give it to the kids, depending on what it is. And he was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not a Messi fan."
Hey, look, when he lets you know, you got to rock with it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And so we were watching Egypt versus Argentina, and man, these are some of the worst calls. It felt like FIFA wanted Argentina. They wanted that story. You know what I'm saying? Like.
That's 100% what it was. It's not that it felt like it. It's that it's what it was, bro. Like there's no other explanation. Yeah. The level of uffery that was displayed by those referees in that Egypt game was absolute absurdity.
I felt terrible for Egypt, man. Like,
bro,
so the one that did it for me was like on one end of the field, the dude stole the ball from Messi. Yep. They bumped. Messi fell. It wasn't a big foul.
It wasn't.
They went all the way down the field. Yep. Scored a goal. This ain't like, if y'all don't watch soccer, man, it's a low scoring game. It might be 1-0. You running around for hours just to get one score. It's a big deal when you score. It's not like basketball. You shoot a three or whatever. Like, man, they scored. They celebrating. And then they went back after the score and reviewed the bump. And called the foul and I was like, yeah, this feels so crooked, bro. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, this dude's getting all the calls, Messi. And again, it's not Messi just doing his job. He's playing soccer. He's a great player. Argentina's a really good team. The game before that, Cape Verde, which I never heard of, you know what I'm saying?
held them. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, they were balling, man.
Yep.
So now I'm wondering, dang, if I go back and watch it, am I going to see, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, probably.
So, yeah. And so I think we were watching, so the game before we were watching England versus Argentina. And that was when England win and they lost. And so, and I told the family, like, hey, we're going to have to cheer for Argentina. Cause like,
that was a tough loss too, man. Cause but anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I was like, we're going to have to cheer for Argentina so they'll lose. Cause the last 5 matches,
you were cheering
6
against
or 7, everybody who I wanted to win lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this game today, Spain got Yamin.
Yep.
Ramal. I'm sorry, I don't know this cat's name. Yamal. 19-year-old phenom, the best player on his team. That kid, nice, man. He's breaking ankles, all that kind of stuff. And it was a tough game, but Spain pulled it out 1-0 or 1-0. And man, we were all,
It was almost 2-0 too, man. They called that last one back for that offsides.
Yeah.
Man, and they showed the little digital with the shoulders, like,
Yeah. And the black dude with the dreads, he had scored earlier.
Yeah.
They called that one back
too, for a foul.
But he had that really nice assist.
That header. Ooh, boy.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, soccer, it's a dope game. It's a real dope game, man.
Super dope.
The skill level, the athleticism.
The stamina. Bro, because you got to think about it. At halftime, that's the end of a full NBA basketball game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they still got to go a whole nother one.
And don't let it be tied. Then you got to go another 30 minutes.
Yeah. So it's literally like playing 2.5 basketball games if you get to overtime.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's super wild.
Yeah. Shout out to all of them. I'm with you with the Argentina thing. I know a little bit about the history. I had done more research recently. My brother told me about it a little while ago because he's not a Messi. I've been a Messi fan since he went to Barcelona at 17 years old. So I've been paying attention to him for a very long time.
Okay.
Right?
That's what's up.
But he's my favorite player right now. I'm pulling him to the Yamal because I like Barcelona, and that's who he plays for.
Yeah.
And he is a phenom. But I was definitely pulling against Argentina, man, because and I'm just going to be transparent too. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got Sweden and Finland and Switzerland, these places that are traditionally you would think of as Caucasian countries, you know what I'm saying? When they got at least some level of black representation on the team, you know what I'm saying? It's every other team in the World Cup had some level of diversity in it except for Argentina. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're going out of your way to not have it on your team. You know what I'm saying? Just diversity. It's not just about black, white, or whatever, but it's just be inclusive in some capacity. And it was very clear that they're not.
And again, I don't know if there's anything they did to make sure that they weren't inclusive. Because I don't know. Again, I don't know the demographics of that country.
So there's such a low population of black people in Argentina that they're not even counted in the census anymore. And that's been noticed over the last year, 2 years. And so the population has doubled from 100,000 to 300, whatever the numbers are, right? There's still an extremely small population that's there. But their government instituted that, you know what I'm saying, from like when they abolished slavery in like the 1850s. And there's a whole lot that went into it. I'm not going to litigate all that, but there's a lot more behind the scenes. That's the reason why it's the way it is.
Okay.
And so like it's not necessarily the team's fault, but it's still the government's fault. You know what I'm saying? Like the reason that it is what it is like, so I'm not rocking with Argentina.
Got you.
Every other South American country got black people everywhere. Brazil got the second highest number of black people per capita than anywhere else in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Man, World Cup was fun. Yeah.
It was great. Yeah. And that game today, man, I was excited, bro.
Yeah, it was cool. Cool.
But man, today, man, we got school coming back. A couple weeks away. We got like 17 days until school starts or something like that. Man. August 5th, right?
Back to being the responsible parent.
I'm going to be honest, man. I'm looking forward to getting the kids out the house for several hours. You know what I'm saying?
So you know what? It's funny because some people like going back to school is a relief. And then for other people, it's like, back on the grind. Because depending on what the makeup of your family and how that goes, like it's like summertime, you're sleeping in more. Mm-hmm. I'm not sleeping in as much, but just a little bit more. But I'm still getting up.
Too, you know what I'm saying?
I'm still getting up, taking Malia to either cross country and band practice, Joel training with him in the morning. But it's still a little bit more loose. They can stay up late, all that kind of stuff. So not as many. Oh God, the school emails, bro. Especially with 4 kids, it's like there's so many emails. I can't. Oh my God, I'm not looking forward to the emails. But
do you do the? So they have the app. Do you do the app that they have in Gwinnett County?
Parent Square.
And the Parent View, all that.
Yeah.
It gets annoying. You know what I'm saying?
I cut the notifications off.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, because it comes in my email and it comes in
Yep.
the app or whatever. But yeah, man, like you said, school is back.
Yep. So, man, thinking about that, I know your daughter's on the way to high school. Everybody's moving along. My daughter's got 2 years left in high school, right? And so, just want to kind of tackle some ideas because we're at this place where Anaya's starting to. Well, she's not really doing it, but we're making her start pay attention to the colleges that you want to apply for. You know what I'm saying? Think about places that you might want to go, and what does that look like going forward? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when is the right time to start thinking about those kind of things and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of some of the ideas that I wanted to kind of talk about today. So the video that we're going to be watching, has a brother that's talking about a lot of what I think is really great ideas. And I just wanted to kind of share some of this information. So let's jump in it.
All right, let's jump in it.
Or jump into it. It might not sound too good, huh? Maybe pause that.
Pause.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
What is it now?
I want to hear from Black men and Black men only. My son is going away to college next month. What is something as a young Black man he absolutely needs to know?
That's a fantastic question. Number one, there's pre-college programs that are often free and allow you to start getting credit before you even start your regular semester. Number two, and this one's going to be a little controversial, joining trade organizations is better than joining fraternities. Also, school-sponsored entrepreneurship clubs. Join them. The networking is better than anything you'll get in a fraternity.
It's funny, when you sent me this video, I actually was looking at some trade stuff for my nephew. I ran across a video on YouTube, and my nephew, who's close to either he's about to graduate or he got a year left, I can't remember, but he's kind of that kid, and he's like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? He don't really have a lot of drive and like a plan. And so we was at my in-laws' house, and his mom, was talking to him and whatever, mentioned it. He kind of had some ideas. It seemed kind of like, you ain't really gonna do that. Like, he didn't really know what he wanted to do. And so when I ran across talking about trades, and so like, there's actually, like, statistically, there's a shortage of people right now that's like available to do these trade jobs, mainly like plumbing, electrical, and HVAC.
Yep.
So
and mechanics,
any of that kind of stuff.
Auto mechanics
too. And so a lot of people are, man, when we started college, it was like computers, like,
yep,
getting computers, and now you got the AI taking a lot of the computer jobs.
Yeah, and projected to like almost eliminate them.
Yeah, we might have mentioned this before, but Disney, or was it Disney or Marvel, or it's kind of the same company, Marvel, Disney, they laid off like a couple of thousand of their design, all their computer design people, because AI can do all that stuff now.
Yep.
And so the trade jobs, AI can't do that.
Correct.
We're not at iRobot where a robot's going to come to your house and come and fix your plumbing. You know what I'm saying? So like those jobs are like really safe, and they're high paying.
Yes.
And they're in super high demand, and they're going to be in more high demand as the years go by.
Yeah, man, those type of jobs where there's a skill that's required, like a hands-on type of skill trade. Personally, I wish that I would have focused on that when I was in high school, coming out, going into college, would have changed my trajectory. But it's recession proof, you know what I'm saying? Because the trades that you learn are always going to be needed in society. And that's probably one of the biggest, and they pay well, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the other kind of brainwash, was you need to get a good job. You need to go to college to get a good job. And that's the opposite of the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to...
It's not necessarily untrue, but it wasn't like... No,
that's not the only avenue.
Right. But I understand it's a cultural, generational thing. Like, for our parents, going to college was such a big deal.
Yes.
Because everything that was going on that they experienced.
Yeah.
And so getting us to college, it was like... You made it, you know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, you're doing good. And for most people, it's still a good thing.
It's a great thing.
But in my mind, what ended up happening was like, blue collar is here, white collar is here. If you want to make it in life, you got to get a white collar job. You got to sit in front of a computer. If you got a tool in your hand, you're basically just right above poor.
Right.
That was my
thought process too. Yeah. I didn't have an accurate understanding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, let's keep it going.
In addition to being pay to play, fraternities suck up an ungodly amount of your time that you need to spend studying. Number 3, declare your major early and major in something technical and in high demand. The liberal arts can always be minored in, or you can just read books at your public library for free.
Yeah, so like, I wouldn't want my kids joining fraternities. I just the stuff that I saw is like, and I know like later on in life it's supposed to be like a networking thing, but you know, like as he's about to talk about, like there's like actual trade organizations that have really good networking and declaring your major early, like just knowing like, so I think it's important to like, you know, we talked about this before we start recording, like Malia, she's going into the 9th grade. So she knows what her interests are. You know, she likes, you know, math and science, robotics, medical. Like she doesn't exactly know what she wants to do, but we still have time. But also we can't just let the 4 years go by and not help guide her into like what she wants to, try to help her narrow down like
100%.
What is it, you know what I'm saying, that she wants to do.
So to that point, when I was growing up, I wanted to be in fraternities. I went to step shows and homecomings and all sorts of stuff like that.
You wanted to be a Q dog, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. And my dad was a Kappa, but I thought the Qs just went so hard. You know what I'm saying?
They did go hard in paint, man. That's, yeah.
And then one of my best friends from first grade, he passed away in 2019. He ended up crossing, but he crossed like way later. But, you know, my daughter, Anaya, her mom was a Delta, right? And
my mom was a Delta.
And her aunt was a Delta. Lauren's sister was a Delta. Lauren's aunt was a Delta. And Lauren's mom's a Delta, right? So she's got this cotillion, this debutante ball that's coming up in November that's put on by the Deltas. And she's been in like this pre-programming thing for like years. You know what I'm saying?
I know all about the cotillions, bro.
Oh, yeah?
I participated.
Word.
Yeah, man. I got a picture somewhere, man. I had the tuxedo with the white gloves. I'm talking about the tuxedo with the tails.
Yeah, that's what they got to do. Yeah, yep.
With the white gloves, man, we had to learn the waltz.
Yep, do the dance, yep.
I was in Lithonia like every weekend, like learning the dance, whatever, man. I took this young lady to her cotillion, man. We did the dance and whatever. After that, man, I started getting like pimped out from people's daughters who like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's kind of what it seems like, maybe.
Bro, I'm serious, man. People heard that I took this young lady to this cotillion. That's a nice, respectable young man. I got a niece that's coming in town. Right. Can your son? So now I'm just getting pushed to take these nice little church girl people out. And
oh, man.
Yeah, bro. It was so awkward.
Wow. Yeah.
Anyway,
so it's a new experience for me. I don't know anything about it. I mean,
I had a good time doing it, though. It was
cool.
But
so before this, she's been these things for years now, and she's hated it. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah. And she has no desire to really be a part of it. But it's, you know, her grandmother's like, no, you're doing it. You know what I mean? And so, you know, she, you know, as far as the cotillion and everything else, and I'm pretty sure when she gets to college, it's going to be, you know, hey, you're joining Delta, you know, like we didn't put you in 6 years of pre-Delta for you not to.
Yeah. And I'm not, let me backpedal, because I'm not telling people like, hey, you shouldn't join a fraternity or sorority.
Yeah.
I don't know much about them. I just.
Yeah, it just wasn't for you.
It's one for me. So
yeah, but to that guy's point, man, what you got to go through, you know what I'm saying, just to become one, first of all, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't got the personality for like getting spanked on my butt.
Yeah, no, me neither. That's why I never tried it.
So when I went to Georgia Southern,
they were kicked off campus at first.
They were kicked off campus like a couple of years. I don't think they were on campus the whole time I was there.
And they got kicked off for hazing.
Yeah. So I have no idea like what degree of hazing was going on, but I'm sure it was something that I wouldn't want to do.
Yeah.
And I can't.
I have it's like once it goes to unfair, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's but anyway, that's a whole different story. But so anyway, the idea of it is I understand what he's saying, and spending your time studying does sound like it has a lot more value to it.
Yeah.
And in my experience, I don't have a vast amount of experience, but for the people that I know that have crossed, like Anaya's mom, for example, she went 20 years after graduating and didn't do anything with her sorority. You know what I'm saying? Like never went back to go do this or that or whatever it was. Not, maybe she's more involved now. I doubt it. But, you know, it's just like that wasn't the thing that she was really, after she did it, that was really it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's that way for a lot of people. And then there are those that, stay with their chapters and stay, involved and stuff like that.
For
and
sure.
It can be some networking. But I think what he's saying is right. Like there's a lot of avenues to get to what it is that you're going after. And probably more direct avenues,
Yeah.
Make the decision for yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and let us know in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Do you like fraternity? Are you a member of fraternity or sorority? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like I said, I don't know much about it. It's probably a lot of benefits to those groups if you take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Even later in life. But all right, let's get
Unless your family is independently wealthy, you want to graduate with as many employment options and high income options as possible. Number 4, do internships every single summer. And if possible, spend a semester doing a working co-op. This is where your membership in
So this is the thing, because Naya has given a couple of ideas of things that she thought about or that she have piqued her interest. And each one of those things is like, if you get a job in that, you're going to need to get a doctorate. You know what I mean? You're going to have to get your master's, get your doctorate. And then you're going to have a lot of, it's a saturated market. It's not something that, you know what I mean? So we're trying to point her in a direction. It's like, this is not realistic for the life that you want to live. The idea that he's talking about, you need to make yourself available for employment opportunities, right? And you can pigeonhole yourself if you are just going after something that's not needed, if there's no demand for it right now.
So I heard Myron Golden say this one time, because of the times we're living in now where technology, computers, like information, everything is moving at such a fast pace. If you go to college year 1 and you already know what you want to do, man, by the time you get to the end of year 4, the thing that you were planning to do, that industry might have changed within those 4 years that you were in college. And now everything that you learned is not even relevant anymore. And I think some people have experienced that before, which is crazy to think about. That's a
scary place to be.
That's a very scary place to be. So
now you're $80,000 or $100,000 or $200,000 in debt.
Buddy, we know about that debt, man. Me and my wife, we're gonna talk about some of that too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get her on. I finally talked to her.
I know you said it, man. When we gonna do that? What's up?
We should.
I'm trying to see that pipe.
Yeah, soon. It's coming soon. So probably next week or so.
Okay,
we'll have it on air. But it's it's one of those things where now there's so much information available. So like, if you wanted to know about like what trades are the highest paying, or what's has the most demand, and what kind of licenses you need, like man, you go to ChatGPT and find out all that stuff, and it's so readily. I remember pre-college like having to find books to tell you what's in demand, what's what, you know what I'm saying?
And that's what your guidance counselor was supposed to be for as well. Try to help get you there. But it's a different world, man, like the song said.
It's a different, they're rebooting that.
What?
Yeah, a different world, y'all. They coming, they about to reboot it.
Yo,
new characters. Yeah, new character. I think it's
Is it still Tillman or Hillman?
Still Hillman. Still Hillman. Dwayne and Whitley had a daughter. So now she's like one of the main characters. They actually, so what I read, they're like some of the old characters are going to do like a little cameo
type.
Like in the first episode. So I don't know what network it's on, but it's coming.
Okay.
Out. So
that's
shout out to Different. That's one of my favorite shows. But
one of the best shows of all time.
All right, let's keep it going.
This is where your membership in trade organizations becomes very important. If you, like me, are in engineering or the sciences, then you need to be a member of the Black Engineers Society, or SHIPPY, or SWE, or ACES, etc. To the parents, if you can afford it, do not make your child work and go to school at the same time to build character or because you did it. Instead, make them take 15 to 18 credits per semester so they graduate early. Focus on...
Okay. That actually makes a lot of sense. So if you can afford it, if you can't, it is what it is. But if you think about it, like the cost of college is so astronomical now. If you can cut a semester off and graduate instead of 4 years, maybe 3.5 or 3, whatever money you would have made working at the little fast food counter during college, just knocking out that semester is going to be more
Definitely.
than what you would have made like working through college.
Definitely.
So that does make a lot of sense.
A lot.
Yeah.
And even if, I just think it makes sense not only from that standpoint, but even if you got to take a full loan out and work towards paying it back later, I just think that when you're in school, give yourself the full opportunity to max it out. And if you got to put your time and energy and efforts towards something else, then you're not able to put that portion of the pie towards school. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think alleviating that stress is, I think, a very huge thing.
Yeah. You know, I had this conversation with a friend whose daughter was about to go looking at colleges, and she wanted to like go to out of state colleges, to get that for the reason of getting out in the world and experiencing life and all that kind of stuff. So, which sounds great, but there's what's called in-state tuition and out-of-state tuition. So if you could talk your kid into be like, listen, you're going to go to school in state if you're going to do the college route. You can always experience life after or during the summer or after you graduate, travel, whatever. That's not the time that you want to like try to just go out of state just because I want to go to school in wherever.
I totally
Florida.
agree with that. I totally agree with it because the college experience is the college experience. The college experience in Pennsylvania is going to be similar to the college experience in Georgia. It's going to be similar to the college experience in Arizona. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the college experience. And to your point, traveling is always available. But
sure.
do that. The idea is to make smart moves for your life. You know what I'm saying? And so if taking on an additional 2/3 worth of your tuition, because man, that out-of-state tuition is like sometimes 4 and 5 times more expensive than like the in-state tuition. You know what I mean?
Listen, you can save that money and then just take a trip or a couple of trips.
Right. With your friends, with whoever it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're going to pay all that money just to be broke in another state, just to say you went to another state. Man, we are dropping jewels today, man.
Man, smarter, not harder.
Good. We should getting paid for this. All right.
On graduating at or near the top of your class with as much in-field experience as you can possibly get by graduation day.
Okay. As much in-field experience. Okay, so let me tell you what happened when I graduated college. Nobody wanted to hire me.
Because you didn't have any experience.
Bruh. And this is me. This wasn't just me or my major. Like, this is like most of my friends. We all ran into the same problem. When we graduated, we all had this degree. Then you start looking at jobs. Nobody cared that you went to college. Nobody cared that you went to college. They want to hire somebody who knows how to do the job. Right. You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to groom you from a seedling to a tree. They don't care about that. They want, you got at least 5 years experience. I just graduated. How do I get experience if I don't get a job first? These companies don't care, bro.
Yeah.
They don't care about you.
Man, I remember you actually going through that. And I thought about that because I might have been working at one of the restaurants or something. I don't remember where I was at that particular time. But just thinking about, I think I might have been bartending or something similar, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was making pretty good money at the time in my mind, and it wasn't just you, it was a couple of people that graduated looking for work because we all at that same age and time of life. And so I'm looking at folks taking sacrificial jobs just to get work, you know what I'm saying? That's either not in their field or whatever it is. I'm like, yo.
So we also graduated during a recession.
That's a good point as well.
Shout out to George Bush. But so I found myself post-graduation. Now I'm an adult. I'm at the UPS facility off Pleasantdale in the same line with all the high school dropouts and the ex-drug addicts. They had 2 jobs there. I didn't work there, but I was there till it's kind of
job fair or something.
Yeah, they're showing you like what they do before you officially sign on. So you're either taking boxes and loading them on a truck or you're taking boxes off a truck. And that's it. Those are your 2 jobs.
Hey, don't be mad. UPS is hiring. Who said that in the lyrics? No, I don't remember. But yeah, that's to that point, man. Like,
I just remember thinking like, this is not how life is supposed to be. I'm supposed
with
to
the
be
paper.
I'm supposed to be making it right now.
So it's interesting, man.
Yeah, life is interesting, bro.
But those are some good points, man. Definitely get that internship and focus on it. And whatever degree you're in, because he mentioned a lot of engineering groups, whatever field you're going towards, find all of the groups that you could be a part of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And activate that.
Yeah, even if you if you can get like a paid internship, man, that's super dope. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you might have to settle for an unpaid.
Yeah.
But that's still valuable.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because now you're gaining experience, and that's going to give you more advantage than somebody who just maybe, let's say they got a higher GPA than you, but they have no internships, no experience. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because again, employers don't care about your GPA.
Nope.
That's the ring of truth.
Man, sorry about that. I thought I turned them all off.
All right, let's keep going.
Go to parties. Spoil yourself every now and then. But don't be an idiot. 10 years from graduation day, you don't want to be some washed-up ex-frat boy wishing he could live his college days all over again. Once you've graduated, and assuming you're fortunate enough to have landed a high...
So to that point, right? Jump right in. Okay, you get to experience, get the total college experience, you know what I mean? But be smart about it. Where so many people, myself included, gets derailed is by focusing on the wrong things. You get sidetracked, you start focusing, and now you're not in school anymore, or your GPA is this, or, you know, like all of these opportunities that are right there available at your fingertips, you start to like squander it, and then you lose those opportunities. And you can be that person where you're looking back, either rethinking about the joy, fun years, or trying to make up for what you didn't do. And that's why I found myself, you know what I'm saying, later in life, like, all right, now I got to hit the gas pedal and I got to hit the fast forward button to try to get back to a place where I want to be ultimately, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can really avoid that by just doing what you need to do from the beginning.
For sure. All right, let's keep going.
High-income career right out of college. Do several things to maximize your financial discipline. Number 1, max out your employer's 401k match. Number 2, max out an IRA.
Ooh, let's tell the story. So, me and Isak, we actually worked at the same company before.
Shout out Infinity Insurance. Are they out of business yet?
I think so.
Yeah. Well,
I tried to find them one time. Our building is gone. This was
the second building.
the second building.
Yeah.
I stayed on, and you weren't there. So, company, I'm not going to that. Big layoff.
Yep.
Hundreds of people down to 20, maybe less than 20 people. And I was still working there, but that building's not there anymore either. So so when I was working there, of course, that's not my field. You the one that actually, you and your mom, your mom was there too. Y'all hooked me up with the connect to get that job. I was there for 6 years. So I signed up for that 401k matching thing. I had no idea what it was. I didn't know how all this stuff worked.
Yep.
I'm still new to being an adult. I just went ahead and did it.
Yep.
So I can't testify. If your employer does have some type of matching, go all in on that, because it's free money. So I did 6 years at Infinity. I ended up, once you quit or get fired or get laid off,
They'll send you a check.
Yeah,
Or you can roll it over.
You roll over into like an IRA, mutual fund type thing. I still don't know how all stuff works, but all I do know is like I ended up with like $30,000 at the end of 6 years that I wouldn't have had, because I had to I wasn't disciplined in my finances. So the money that I was putting in to match it, if I didn't put that in to match it, I would have just spent it and not had anything, you know what I'm saying, for it. So I definitely recommend matching whatever your employer does.
Yeah. I was also uneducated with it. I maxed mine. Well, I don't know if I maxed it out, but I put it to it because I always heard that the 401k was the right thing to do. And it didn't matter. I was just making money. I didn't have a whole lot of expenses at the time, but I did not roll it over. Right.
What made you choose not to do that?
I just got a check that came in the mail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't have the instructions on what to do with it. And
hey, man.
So I got a check. I was like, oh, I had forgotten about it because I wasn't doing good bookkeeping. I wasn't paying attention to things at that time. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't either.
And then so I left that. I quit that job, and I got a check in the mail, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then that was it. That was the end of that.
Hey man, shout out to the public high school for teaching us so much about finances and how to balance a budget and investing and buying a car and APR and credit cards.
Right.
All that useful information that y'all gave us. We really appreciate it. Being super sarcastic.
I got to give a shout out to Coach Lee. He actually tried to teach us that, man. He went totally off script. Totally and completely off script.
God bless you, Coach Lee.
Yeah, absolutely. Because he came in with, he had somebody from the bank come in and give us like checkbooks and stuff like that to come show us how to do all. Yeah, and he was talking about interest rates and had not. This was not economics class. This was world history, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, he could have got fired, bro. Hey man, Coach Lee, you are a rebel, bro.
Yeah. He was also talking about Christ in class. So it's like
Coach Lee didn't care. That's
yeah. Anyway, shout out to Coach Lee, but yeah, so. It takes people like that, man.
wow.
Yeah. So anyway, he's a great dude.
Yeah. So okay.
I just wasn't responsible at that time. He tried to give me the tools.
Yeah, we're high schoolers. But also,
I was like 15.
That's not part of the system. Like,
Correct.
that's not something our parents knew to teach us.
Right.
That's not something we knew to teach ourselves.
Especially our parents coming out of Jim Crow South or out of Jim Crow period in America. So there was a lot of information that wasn't taught to. We're still playing catch up basically here in America. So, now we got the access and the resources available at our fingertips. But we still.
So let me go into this little tangent. So now, me and Xanta, we've learned a little bit more about financial responsibility, and it's helped us out a lot. I definitely recommend your kids, whether you're a young man or woman watching this, or you're a parent and you're raising young men and women, the schools are not going to teach you the stuff that you really need to know for life. So you're going to have to take time out of your already busy schedule of feeding and clothing and sheltering your children.
And going to work and everything else.
Going to work and being tired and being sick, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to do that on your own because shout out to America. They want to keep your kids dumb. So we have to give them that information, and so they can take that and run with it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because they're going to make mistakes, but if you can try to learn stuff yourself and give them a little something and help push them in the right direction, because we all want our kids to have it better than we had it. And it's a lot of work and a lot of
It is, but it's the most valuable work that you can put in. And also not just to give them the information, but to show them how to apply some of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like what that actually means. I think that'll be really beneficial as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's easy to hear one thing, but it's a whole other thing to see it worked out. And so that's where we are with Anaya right now, trying to show, we doing the business and stuff and showing her what's coming in a little bit, you know what I mean? Like the reason why we're not able to do this, or the reason why we're doing this and we're saving this because of this, and see how this ended up paying off. Yeah. So trying to, and not sure if that's 100% the right way to go about it, but it's something.
At least you're doing something.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You're doing something. I just got my kids' bank accounts, and so they're doing work around the house, and I pay them to work. And so now they can have, they can look in their bank accounts, see what they're making based on what they're, the work that they're doing. So little stuff like that, man. Again, it is exhausting trying to do extra when you wish, like, man, I wish the schools would just teach this so I won't have to do it. But
hey, man, it's our responsibility to get our kids where they need to be.
It is. I just don't want it to be. But all right, let's keep going.
3, take out a whole life insurance policy on yourself and use a policy that maximizes accumulation of the cash value as quickly as possible. You're going to do this for 2 reasons. 1, to keep from pissing away your money as a young man whose brain hasn't fully developed yet. And 2, for the first 5 to 10 years after you graduate from college, you're going to learn your trade on someone else's dime while keeping your ears and eyes open for entrepreneurship opportunities. When those opportunities arrive in 5 to 10 years, you will have a small nest egg in your 401k and the cash value of your whole life insurance policy that you'll be able to borrow against in a tax-advantaged way to start and seed your business. I hope that's helpful.
Okay, so I learned a little bit about life insurance. I sold a little bit of life insurance for a short period of time. And I'm glad he brought this up because this is going to be a really good example. I was taught that whole life insurance was the devil. And it was not, I wasn't just told that, but they actually laid out like how it works versus term life insurance. So if you're grown, everybody needs to have life insurance.
Period.
The unexpected, we talked about on the podcast. We've both experienced the unexpected, untimely deaths of loved ones and how hard that is when financially. And so there's not one way to do everything, because later on we looked at a lot of financial experts who are very much pro whole life.
100%.
So there's advantages and disadvantages to both. And basically what whole life is, it's you're accumulating cash value within this policy that also has a death benefit. But once you die, you don't get that unless they've changed it. Like once you die, you don't get that cash
benefit.
You just get the whatever your policy is. Mm-hmm. But it costs more monthly but it goes for your whole life. Terms usually 10, 20, 30.
Yeah, whatever the term of the policy is.
Right. Like, so what they'll tell you to do is it costs less per month. So what you do is with
take
the extra money,
of that money and invest it.
Save it in a high yield savings account, mutual fund, whatever, index fund, anything. But those are things that I've known people that have done very well with financially using term, and other people that have, because there's other different ways that you can manipulate the whole life policy to benefit yourself too.
Yep.
So, but that's something that you have to look up and study and see what's
something else you got to do a little bit of work for.
Sure.
The one thing about the whole life insurance policy is it gives you one avenue of like basically investment, right? Okay, I am investing in this whole life policy that has a cash benefit. Mm-hmm. If you pay less and you can either pay somebody to invest that other money in, or that's another job that you got to take on.
Yep.
So that for whoever you are, just make that decision for yourself. Do you have the time, energy, and effort to figure out how you want to invest the other money, or do you just need a platform to be able to invest and still have some coverage? And so that's kind of one of the things, but there are benefits, like you said, to both, and you got to figure it out. But regardless, as an adult, especially as anybody, it's totally and completely necessary to have life insurance, period.
Yeah.
So that having to do with school, but yeah.
But this is school right now, you know what I'm saying? So we're all learning, and I think one of the good things about living in today's time, you know, so much information at your fingertips, and you can get it instantly.
Right now.
On the flip side of that, there's what's called information overload. There's so much information out there. So you do have to sift through it. And it's even where there's health and eating right. You know, I remember when margarine was healthier than butter, and then they found out, no, butter's way healthier than margarine.
Healthier.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you don't know what to trust and whatever. Right. So, you know, but you can't just put your head in the sand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to just keep on accumulating information. You got to have a vision. You know, we talked about vision.
And so that's the final thing I kind of want to leave off on, even with all of the stuff that we're talking about right now when it comes to guiding our children or help push in a particular direction. Like, the one thing that we have not mentioned throughout this process is that what God has for you, it will make room for whatever it is that you're doing, right? And so your talent, your work, and whatever it is that you're called towards will make room for your success. And I think that is an element that I want to make sure that we throw in there, because a lot of times we can go after things because we see the dollar amount. We go after things because we see, you know, how it can benefit us financially for material gain or for comfort.
Yeah.
But we could be doing something that is totally opposite of where it is that God's actually calling us to be.
Talk to him.
And so that's where I found myself coming out of school, going towards computer science at first. And then it was like, oh, well, you're very personable, so why don't you go towards marketing? And, you know what I mean? And all of these things, I'm sure could have helped me in some regard, but that's really not what God was calling me to do and who God was calling me to be. And so I think finding out and getting into the word and figuring out what your vision is for your life as parents is one of the most important things that we can do and help instill in our kids is teach them, guide them, but then also biblically and at home and through church, introduce them to Christ in a way that their relationship is real and that they have an understanding of what vision really means.
Yeah. So, getting in your word is the best way to know
period.
What God's
1
plan
trillion%
for your life.
Absolutely.
So there's two things. There's two things you can't do. You can't just pray about what your future is and not put any feet to your prayers. And you also can't just put feet and then not consult God. Leave God out. If and we're talking to believers.
Yeah, correct. Absolutely.
Everybody else, y'all
do what you do.
you know what I'm saying? So because God, he has plans for your life.
Yes.
Plans to prosper you, not to harm you, but you got to get with God's plan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A lot of times people end up just, like you said, just praying. You know what I mean? But you got to put, you said it perfectly. Hey, there's nothing else needs to be said. I'm going to leave that alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess that's really all I got to say about that. I hope you got something from it. I feel like we dropped some bombs on this one. So shout out to the video that we watched, man. Yeah, man. Until next time. Also, like, share, subscribe. Let us know, fraternity, no fraternity. What are some organizations that you've been a part of? What are some things and some pointers that you've had to kind of help you, get to the places that you want to be? Yeah. So, man, we love you guys. Make it a great week. And till next time, get busy.
Get busy. Peace.